Hey everybody, it's Amy from the Niles Family Fitness Center and from Sun and Moon Yoga, and I just wanted to reach out to all my Facebook friends out there today and those who are going to be seeing this from the Niles Family Fitness Center to say I'm thinking of you. I hope you are all well. I know this is a scary time. It can be filled with anxiety, stress, fear, you name whatever emotion you may be feeling. We're all in this together. So I wanted to do a short video to send you out some good energy, some healing energy, and to do a short video, a little yoga practice, and hopefully it'll make your day a little bit more filled with calmness, peace, inner joy, groundedness, and lightness. So go ahead and gather a couple things. Grab a blanket, grab a pillow, grab whatever you could use for blocks. If most of us do not have blocks at home, but you can use soup cans, you can use big books, you can use Lysol canisters if you're lucky enough to have those. Get creative. And we are going to start with just some breathing exercises. So find a comfortable position for yourself. You can even sit on a chair. Pull that flesh away from your sit bones, slide your tailbone down, pull the belly and lift up your heart. Shoulders up, back, and down. Rest your hands on your knees, palms down to feel more grounded, palms up to feel more open. Think about a string coming from the crown of your head, lifting you up. And then close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Let it go through your mouth. Feel those shoulders begin to relax down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Start to use your Ujjayi pranayama, that victory breath, the ocean breath. If you're not familiar with it, pretend that you're fogging up a mirror, which happens to be your pretend hand. With your exhales, bring your lips back together. Continue to make that fogging up of the mirror sound, but your lips are sealed together, so you feel a vibration in your throat. This is our Ujjayi breath, as many of you have heard me share before. It helps to smooth and slow down and calm your nervous system. It helps to warm and moisten the air before it enters your lungs, so it helps you to breathe cleaner air. And it gives you something to focus on, the sound that you're making, so it helps you to become into the present moment, which is what yoga is all about. So use your Ujjayi breath throughout our practice today. Place one hand on your belly, one hand over your chest. Relax your shoulders down. As you inhale, fill up your low belly first. Feel your rib cage expand. Allow your chest to rise. Exhale, let the air go from the chest, the rib cage, the low belly. Inhale from the low belly, the rib cage, the chest. Exhale from the chest, the rib cage, the low belly. Do this 3 or 4 or 5 or 25 more times. You can pause the video. And as you're doing this, scan your body, observe any physical sensations you are experiencing. Check in mentally, emotionally, energetically, without any judgment, only acknowledgement. And as you're taking these slow, deep breaths, I'd like to read to you from my favorite book, Melody Beattie's Journey to the Heart, titled Take Better Care of Yourself. This is our time. We have time to do this now. Take better care of yourself than you ever have before. That's what your heart is telling you to do. Those times of driving yourself, depriving yourself, not being gentle and loving to yourself will no longer work. Punishing, criticizing, repressing, denying will not bring the feelings, the growth, or the result that you're looking for. The harder you push, the more you relentlessly demand perfection, the worse you will feel. Fall in love with yourself. Be gentle, loving, kind, and attentive. Take time throughout each day to tend to your needs, just as you would tend to someone you loved deeply and dearly. Loving and caring for yourself this way will not waste time, which we have plenty of these days. It is not a delay. Take better care of yourself, and life's magic will return. Your life will improve, and you will feel better. So taking care of yourself is a simple act with profound consequences. The better and more often you care for yourself, the more you will align with the universe and with love. Melody Beatty. So as you're taking these slow, full, deep breaths, set an intention for the next half hour of our practice of taking care of yourself. Find your self-compassion, find your self-care, your inner peace, your inner joy, being present, whatever resonates with you, set that as your intention. And come back to it often. With your next inhale, slowly bring your hands up through the midline of your face. Reach them up tall, maybe look up if it feels good to you. And as you exhale, sweep your arms down alongside your body. Inhale, sweep your arms back up, maybe look up, maybe arch your back if it feels good. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, slide those hands up through the midline of your face. Exhale, open your arms up. Inhale, sweep those arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, I'm going to slide back so we can see each other a little better. Place your left hand on your right knee. Rest your right hand either on your sacrum or your floor behind you, or if you're sitting on a chair, on the chair. As you inhale, pull the belly in, lift up your sternum. That string is still there, lifting your head up. As you exhale, begin to turn toward the right, maybe just go an inch. Only if it feels good to you, look over the right shoulder. So this is our first twist of our practice. A few of us might not have moved in a while, so really listen to the body. Scan your body from the crown of your head down to your toes and notice how it feels to be in this twist as you're doing your big Ujjayi breaths. Turn your head back to center. With an inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, switch sides. So right hand on left knee, left hand on the floor behind you or on the chair. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, begin to turn toward the left. Go an inch, maybe go further. Check in with how that neck is feeling. If it feels okay, look over the left shoulder. As you take your breath, scan your body on this side. How does it feel? Inhale, look back to center. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, intertwine your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach your hands down toward the ground. If you want more, reach your hands behind you. If you want even more, fold forward. Resting your head down toward the ground, lifting your hands up toward the ceiling, and breathe. With an inhale, slowly come back up. And as you exhale, release your hands. Roll your shoulders in one direction and the other. Some of us may be finding that we're doing a lot more sitting lately. So let's work to open up the chest. We're doing a lot of hunching forward. We want to create a lot of opening practices today. We're also maybe holding a lot of tension in our neck, our chest, our shoulders, our backs. So we're going to do a few exercises today, a few poses to help release and open those areas. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lower your chin down toward your chest. Inhale, slowly look up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, look up. Chin up. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time with an inhale, slowly look up. Chin up toward the ceiling. Exhale, look toward center now. From here, look over the right shoulder. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slowly look over the left shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, look over to the right. Inhale right. Exhale, look to the left. Do this a few more times in each direction. Everybody that's listening and watching this video is feeling something different right now. Feel free to hold any part of this pose. Feel free to go slower or faster. Feel free to change it up for your own needs. The next time you're looking over to the left side, come back to center. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder so you're stretching the left side of your neck. You can stay here, or if you want to intensify this stretch, you can lift your right hand up, rest it by your left ear. Gently apply a little pressure to accentuate the stretch. Left hand can stay on left knee, or you can bring it to the floor next to you. You can walk your fingertips away. You can lift your hand up, maybe palm up. Make micro movements with your neck, just like we do in our class. You choose what's best for you. And when you're ready, bring your hands back to your knees, lower the chin to the chest, and then lift your head up to center. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Relax your right shoulder down. Relax your left shoulder down. This might be all you need. If you want more, lift your left hand up. Rest it on your right ear. Micro movements with the neck. Relax that right shoulder down even further. Right hand can stay where it is or on the floor next to you, walking fingertips away, lifting the right arm up, maybe palm up. Play around with the height. So you choose what's best for you at this very moment. With an inhale, release that left hand back down. Exhale, lower your chin to the chest. Lift your head back up to center. Roll those shoulders once again in one direction and the other direction. All right, let's change positions. Come onto your hands and knees. Wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's continue to wake up our spine. With an inhale, lift up your tailbone. Allow your belly to come down. Look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, begin to curl the tailbone under. Pull the belly button up to the spine. Look between your knees. Press your hands into the floor. As you inhale, begin your inhale first and then start to lift your hips up. Belly comes down. Look up to the sky. Begin your exhale first and then begin to curl the tailbone under. Belly pulls up, navel to spine. Knee or gaze between your knees. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round your back deeply. So do this a few times in each direction, initiating your breath first and then beginning your physical movement. The next time you're rounding your back, sink your hips to your heels and come into child's pose. Sliding your hips down to your heels, resting your hands on the ground, rest your head on the ground or the floor. The ground is the floor. Your block, a blanket, a pillow. And now lift your head up slightly. Let's come into our crescent child's pose. So walk your hands over to the right as you shift your hips off to the left. See if you can place your left hand on top of your right hand. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Shift your hips off to the right. If it works for you, place your right hand on top of your left hand. Inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, come back to your tabletop pose. Extend your right leg out, right toes touch the mat. Push through your right heel just like we do in class to stretch and open the back of your right leg. So you can stay still or rock forward and backwards. Come back to center. Pull the belly button up to the spine and then lift your right leg up. If you want more, reach your left arm forward, pressing your right heel to the wall behind you, gazing down at the ground just a few inches in front of you. For those of you who want more, you can extend your right leg out, extend your left arm out to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tabletop pose. Same thing on the other side, so extend the left leg back, left toes, push through the left heel. Stretching and opening the back of the left leg. Stay still or rock forward and backwards. And now come back to center, activate your abdominal muscles, and then lift the left leg up. Right arm reaches forward, gazing down at the floor just a few inches in front of you. Stay here or extend the right arm out, left leg out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come to tabletop pose. From here, walk your hands forward just a few inches. Curl the toes under, take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips up and back behind you. Look between your knees. Our first Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spread your fingers wide, hug your upper arms in toward each other. Allow your head to hang down toward the earth. Belly pulls up to the spine, press your heels back. Bicycle pedal your legs out if that feels good to you. Inhale, lift your heels up high, bend your knees deeply. Look at the space between your hands. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Allow your head to hang. Knees can be bent or straight. Shake your head out, let the muscles in your neck release. Hands can rest on the ground or hold on to either elbow. Rock side to side. And now come back to center. Bring your hands down toward the floor. With an inhale, straighten your legs. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs, or as many of you have heard me say, place your thumbs in the crease where your thigh meets your waist. Press those thumbs back. Reach the crown of your head forward. Shoulders slide away from your ears. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let it go. Slide your hands down your legs. Press your feet into the floor, and with an inhale, come to standing. Float the arms up as you come up. Arch your back only if it feels good. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a few breaths here. Check in. Close your eyes if you feel steady. Find your breath. Connect with your breath. So that Ujjayi breath that we were working on, find your Ujjayi breath. The belly breathing, filling up the low belly, the rib cage, the chest. Releasing from the chest, the rib cage, the low belly. Reconnect with that breath. Reconnect with your intention. And now slowly blink your eyes open. Find whatever you're going to use for blocks. Place the blocks to the front of your mat. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen into your, into your half forward fold. Exhale, fold in. Plant your hands on the floor or the blocks. Step back with just your right leg into a lunge. Blocks optional, but line up those wrists under your shoulders, whatever you're using for the blocks. Push through that right heel. We've already done some stretching of that hamstring. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, lower the right knee down, uncurl the right toes, sink a little deeper into that left knee. Stay here, or bring your hands to your knees, or float your arms up to the sky. So different levels. Stay low if that feels best to you. If you want more, come up higher. Turn your pinky fingers in toward each other. Give yourself a little more space between those shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands back down to the floor or the blocks. If you feel steady here, float the left arm up to the sky. Maybe look up toward that left hand. All 5 fingers touch of that left hand. If you want to challenge yourself more, curl the right toes under, lift your right knee up, push through your right heel. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower that left hand back down to the floor or the blocks. Big inhale. Exhale, step the right foot forward. We say oi at this point. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Let's come right to the other side. Hands on the floor, the block. Step back with the left leg this time. Push through your left heel. Lift your left thigh up. Right knee is over right heel. Remember, bone stacks over bone, joint stacks over joint. Gives us stronger, sturdier, more grounded poses, safer poses. Stay here or lower the left knee down and curl the left toes. Sink a little deeper into the right knee. Hands are on the floor or whatever you're using for blocks. Take a few breaths here. Opening and stretching the front of your left hip. Stay here, or if you want more, bring your hands to your knees. If you want more, float the arms up to the sky. Pinky fingers, turn them in toward each other. Whoops. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the blocks or the floor with your left wrist under your left shoulder. If you feel steady, float the right arm up to the sky. All 5 fingers touch. Take a few Ujjayi breaths here. And when you're ready, use an exhale to lower your right hand back down to the floor of the block. Curl the left toes under, lift your left knee up. Exhale, step that right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen into your half forward fold. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come to standing. Float those arms back up to the ceiling. Look up if it feels good. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a few breaths. Close your eyes if you feel steady. Check in with your intention. Reconnect with your breath. And now slowly blink your eyes open. Bring your hands down now alongside of your body. Coming into mountain pose. Lift your toes up, spread them wide so you really feel the arch of your foot pulling up off of the ground. Feel the 4 corners of your foot pressing into the earth. And then rest your toes down. Draw your kneecaps up to your legs so that your quadricep, your thigh muscles are contracted. Slide your tailbone down toward the ground. Draw your navel in and lift it up. Lift your heart up. And as you're lifting your chest up, if you feel your low ribs popping out a little bit, tuck them in. Then lift the chest up once again. Shoulders up, back, and down. Reach your fingers down toward the earth. Lift the crown of your head up. Take a few breaths here in your own perfect posture. Tadasana, mountain pose. Every yoga pose is filled with sturdiness and lightness. Sthira and sukha. Feel the balance between the two in this pose. One more big inhale, and as you exhale, relax out of the pose. Bring your hands to your hips. Shift your weight into your right leg. Bend your left knee and rotate your left hip open. So we're coming into Virukasana, which is our tree pose. Feel free to come over to a wall if you want a little extra support. Slide the tailbone down, pull the belly, and lift up your heart. Relax your shoulders down, and when you're ready, lift your left foot up. Rest it on top of your right foot, your right shin, or your right inner thigh. Pressing your left knee to the wall behind you. Find something to stare at on the floor that's a few feet in front of you that's not moving. Take a few breaths here in tree pose. If you want to challenge yourself more, bring your hands to your heart or float your arms up to the sky. You can bring them out to the sides. Intertwine your fingers behind you and squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can do a reverse prayer pose. So you choose. Take a few more breaths wherever you are as I'm wobbling all over the pose. And when you're ready, slowly reverse, bringing that left foot back down to the ground. Look around your room for just a moment to reset your gaze. And then when you're ready, come back into mountain pose. Shift your weight into the left leg, hands to hips. Bend your right knee, rotate the right hip open. This is our starting point. This might be all you need or want. If you're ready for more, if you want more, lift your right foot up, rest it on top of your left foot, your left shin, or your left inner thigh. Pressing that right knee to the wall behind you, getting the inner thigh stretch. Hands can be at your hips, they could be at a wall, at your heart, up in the sky, behind you. You could do the reverse prayer pose. Do something different that you didn't do on the other side. Take a few breaths. Find your Ujjayi breath. And when you're ready, slowly reverse out of the pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen into your half forward fold. Exhale, fold in. Plant your hands on the floor, no blocks this time. Step back into a plank. You can stay here if you need to modify. Lower the knees down, uncurl the toes. Otherwise, keep pushing through your heels. Hug your upper arms in toward each other. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower the knees down, uncurl the toes. Hug those upper arms in and bend your elbows to lower your whole self down to the ground. So as we do in class, hands can be underneath your shoulders or widen them so they're off of your mat. Belly pulls up to spine, pelvic bone presses down. Big toes press into the earth. If you have zero back issues, zip your legs together. Otherwise, keep your feet hip distance apart or farther. Here we go with our cobra. Inhale, lift up your head, your chest, slide your shoulders away from your ears. Look down at the ground, just a few inches in front of you. You can stay here. You can lift your hands up off of the floor if that reminds you which muscles you're using here. Or if you want to come up higher, you can push your hands into the floor to lift up. So you choose what works for you. If it feels good, you can turn your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower yourself down to the earth. Return your hands to underneath your shoulders if they were wider. Curl your toes under. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, come to tabletop pose. Uncurl your toes, and then sit back on your heels. Bring your legs in front of you. This is a shorter version of the class today. Hands behind your thighs. Shoulders up, back, and down. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw your navel to your spine. Lean back. Relax your shoulders down. Soften the space between your eyes, your cheek, your jaw, your temples, your throat. Belly pulls to spine. You're working your abdominal muscles here. If you want more, you can lift one leg up, or maybe the other, or maybe both, in boat pose, Navasana. Hands can stay at the thighs, or you can release them. Maybe straighten the legs. Take a few breaths here, keeping the belly pulled to the spine. Puff up the chest. Take a few breaths. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, lower those feet back down. Wrap your hands around your shins. Round your back deeply. Slowly begin to lift your head up. Coming into a resting pose. This is a very condensed version of the class. So you can come into your resting pose of Shavasana by lying flat on the ground. We're going to do one more twist before we come down. So hands under thighs. This is where your blanket and your pillow can come in handy. Shoulders up, back and down. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, begin to slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. If you want to challenge yourself more, release your hands. Once your head comes to the floor, hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Let's do a little twist before our final resting pose of Shavasana. Lower your right foot down, extend your right leg out long. Right hand on left knee. Extend your left arm out perpendicular to your body on the ground. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, slide your left knee over toward the right side. Maybe go an inch, maybe you go a lot further. See where your body takes you today. Left shoulder stays on the ground. If you have any back issues at all, maybe you just want to go an inch. If it feels good, go further. Look over the left shoulder if that serves you. Take one or two more breaths. And now turn your head back to center. With an inhale, bring that left knee back up to center. Exhale, lower the left foot down to the earth. Extend your left leg long, hug the right knee into the chest, come to the other side. So left hand on right knee, extend your right arm out on the floor, perpendicular to your body. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, guide the right knee over toward the left side. Go the inch, go further, you choose. Look over the right shoulder only if that feels good to you. Take a few breaths here. Right shoulder stays on the ground. If it comes off the ground, that's something to tell you to ease back on how far over that right knee comes. Big, full breaths. Filling up from the low belly, the rib cage, the chest. Exhaling from the chest, the rib cage, the low belly. Turn your head back to center. Inhale, bring that right knee back up to center. Hold on to the right knee with your right hand. Hug the left knee into the chest as well. Rock side to side or make circles with your knees. We're doing this for some self-massage, some self-care. And now come back to center. Let's do a happy baby pose. Slide your hands down your legs. See if you can hold on to the outer edges of your feet or your ankles, whatever you can hold on to. Bring the soles of your feet up to the ceiling. And then bend your knees as deeply as they go down to your armpits. Happy baby pose. Feel free to stay here. You're giving yourself one more inner thigh stretch. Maybe you feel it in your shoulders, your arms, your back. You can stay still or rock to side to side. Another option is to take your peace fingers and hold on to your big toes. You can extend your legs out into a V. So you choose what feels best to you. Take what you need and leave what you don't. Wherever you are, come back to center. One by one, release each foot down to the ground. And let's come into our final resting pose of Shavasana. So feel free to take your blanket or a pillow, put on socks, a sweatshirt, make yourself comfortable. Find yourself back on the floor with whatever props you need, whatever props you want. Traditional Shavasana, your feet are mat distance apart. Legs are completely relaxed, feet bow outward. Lift up your hips and lower them down. Lift up your chest and lower your chest down. Lift your head up, tuck your chin in slightly. Lower your head back down. Arms can either be alongside your body or, as we do many times in class, place one hand on your belly, one hand over your chest, but allow the backs of your arms to rest on the floor. If you have any back issues, it might feel better to keep your knees bent with your feet flat on the ground. Once you find a comfortable position for yourself, close your eyes. Take that deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 1 more big inhale through the nose. Bring your lips back together. Give yourself the gift of the next several breaths of allowing all of the benefits of these poses we've just done together, all of these breath synchronized movements. Let them all soak in. Find your breath. Scan your body from your head to your toes. Check in with your intention. And as thoughts pop into your head, because more than likely they will, acknowledge them and then picture them on a cloud. Let them float away, coming back to your own breath. Continue to take slow, deep breaths. We're going to stay here for another minute or so. Taking care of yourself is a simple act with profound consequences. The better and more often you care for yourself, the more you will align with the universe and with love. Start to deepen your breath. With your inhales, feel your whole torso expand. And as you exhale, sink a little more deeply into your safe place. With your inhales, visualize healing energy swirling up and down your spine, radiating to every cell within your body. And as you exhale, visualize that healing energy soaking into every cell that may need it. With your inhales, feel yourself fill up with lightness, with light, with space, with groundedness, with joy, with love. And as you exhale, allow all that good energy to radiate out to everyone and everything around you. Start to wake up your body by wiggling fingers, toes, rotate your wrists and your ankles, turn your head from side to side. And now give yourself a full body stretch. Reach your arms behind you, point your toes to the wall in front of you. Make yourself as long as possible. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling and then lower them down alongside your body. One by one, bend your knees so your feet are flat on the mat. Lift your hips up, shift them over to the left and lower them down so that you can more easily roll over onto your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Allow your left hand to rest on the floor next to you. Take a few breaths here, enjoying this time in a fetal position, allowing for rebirth, allowing all of the benefits of these poses we've done together, the stretching, the strengthening, the creating of groundedness and lightness, that's Sthira and Sukha, the creating of being in the present moment, of inner peace and joy. Know that you have all of these tools in your own toolbox to bring yourself to this place, to this feeling of groundedness and lightness, Sthira and Sukha. When you're ready, use your hands and your elbows to slowly press yourself up. Find a comfortable seated position facing toward me. Bring your hands to your heart, press your thumb into your chest, lower your chin to your chest. Connect with your breath, connect with your intention. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sharing your practice. I miss you all. I wish you all good health and a great big namaste. Have a wonderful day. I hope I brought a little bit of peace and inner joy to your day. I miss you all. Namaste.